Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. We got to talk about BBCan9 and talk about this new cast and the house and all these
What?
twists. So excited.
New season. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And we are on Patreon. We are watching Survivor Micronesia right now. If you want to join us or just throw us a little bit of support, there's a link in the description to do that.
That's right. Yay. But we got a big brother to talk about. Now, let's be clear. David and I have been doing Big Brother for years. But we are newbies to BBCan.
We are. Yeah, we tried last season to get on board. And then that was quickly derailed. Oh, and let's see if we can make this season happen.
Right? We're back. We're back at it. Let this one go all the way, please.
Yes. I'm sure they can make it happen this time.
Yes. So BBCan has released, a little bit of information. We've got cast, photos, and bios. We got house pics that dropped today that we are going to go through and look at. And we know just a little bit about sort of theme and twists that might be happening.
Yeah. And some speculation, healthy speculation about the number of cast members that have been announced, and maybe we might be expecting more things like this.
Yes, that's right. So first off, they dropped 14 house guests for us, and because the number is typically 16, that has gotten the interwebs speculating that maybe two people will come in a little later after they move in, maybe. And maybe those two people would be from an abbreviated season, a season that could not go all the way.
I think they should, honestly. I sort of expected, I didn't know what to expect as they were going through the casting process here, but I did feel like, man, that cast from last season just really got a raw deal, didn't get a chance to really do anything. And there were some really engaging characters in there. So I really hope that they are going to bring back a couple of, cast members from last season and actually give them a chance, because I was enjoying what I was seeing so far from some of those folks. So.
Agreed. I think two people from BBCan 8 would be fantastic. But also, just to be a realist, there could be 14 house guests this year because it's an abbreviated season. It's a little shorter maybe this year.
Yeah, American Bachelor does 30 more women than they normally do in COVID, but BB Canada, they're going to downsize because that is what makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Usually you tighten it up, but Bachelor was like, more people. Please. Canada has been voting. This is also something we know. The Canadians have been voting. It lasted until this weekend. I think they stopped voting sometime this weekend for two captains, team captains.
Yeah, interested to see what these teams are and how that's going to work, because essentially these team captains are going to pick their teams. We don't really know what that means yet. Obviously it's one side of the house versus the other in some form, whether it's the first week or the first half of the game or however long. But these captains are going to pick their teams, and then those captains who have been voted on by Canada are immune from eviction for, is it just the first eviction?
First eviction, as far as we know. That's the biggest thing. Vote and save who you think is your favorite from being evicted immediately. That's huge. But whenever you have to pick a team, that just makes things real spicy real quick. And that can tick people off. That can form bonds that necessarily aren't going to stick. That could be interesting. So we have Team Destiny and Team Defender. Those are their names. And what happens from there, we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not even my mind is spinning Destiny and Defender. What does that mean? I can't really come up with a storyline there. Two D's, obviously, but I don't know what that means. But I'm excited to see.
into
alliteration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They were like, make them go together. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Because I would want to be on Team Destiny. I don't want to defend.
Oh, for sure. I don't want to play defense week one. Yeah.
So if there's a meaning behind it, I'm a little annoyed because it sounds like one group's going to be on the defense. So
yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't want that. Would not want that. All right, we're going to dive in first here to the 14 house guests that we do know about. And first off, we got to say, someone's already been booted.
Okay. Yep. We already rooted out the racist in the group. Alleged racist, I guess I don't know. I don't know. We don't really dive into that, but he's gone and they removed him, and it was pretty unceremonious. They just released a little statement on Twitter, he's gonna be replaced before the season even starts. And it's just interesting to me that they are having this issue on the first season where they are making this concerted effort to have at least 50% of the cast be, minorities, people of color. They're trying to have such good representation on the show now. And still this happens,
David, that's because most people are racist and they're everywhere, and they're so easy to find. You stumble onto them when you don't even mean to. So his name was Ethan, and the cast, he doesn't count anymore. Does he have an identity anymore? Who knows? Anyway, this Ethan dude, he was like, my life's going to change. I was just cast in Big Brother. And as soon as the list went out, it seemed like people came out of the woodworks that went to high school with this kid and were like, ew. Most of them were like, I don't know what this Big Brother thing is, but this dude's So let me know if he breaks a leg or something. That'd be really cool. People were just like, gross, this guy. And then some people were like, he's very problematic. It seemed. Yeah. People had more than one type of complaint. It wasn't just racism. It was, there was a video of him with a slur. It wasn't pretty.
It's a lot.
And BBCan did a very interesting thing of just immediately saying, look, we don't even know if all of this is true, but we just don't need him in our cast. So bye-bye.
I think they have to do that, especially, like I said, because this is the season. They made a big deal about we are going to be 50%, non-white next season. Huge announcement, predated, the announcement from CBS in the US. And so for them not to take swift action, that would just look bad. So they just had to do it. And I don't care, good riddance. You know what I mean? If people are coming out I've never heard of this television show, but this dude is the worst. Okay. I believe it, Yeah. So
just impressive with BBCan. I kind of was like, BBUS, this is exactly what I said. They could never
no.
US would be like, well, let's get him in the house and see if some people put him in his place or whatever.
Gotta hear both sides,
Yeah. It's you don't need to, you don't need the right to go on television. You don't need a platform if your behavior is questionable. So best wishes to Ethan. I hope he finds his way in life and comes around to learning lessons. How about that? Okay.
Yep. Nice.
But on to the people who made it into the cast.
Let's talk about it. Oh God, my shirt looks horrible in this tiny thumbnail.
Oh,
I'm in
you are very vibrant.
House. This is going to be fun for you guys because I'm not going to change. So I'm just going to sit still.
David, why don't you just take off your shirt right now?
Yeah. Oh.
All of a sudden our number skyrockets.
Yeah, right.
All right, you guys. Austin is first up. She is a model.
Yeah.
She is. Oh, I love that BBCan posts their astrology. She's a Cancer. That tells me a lot.
Yeah, you always glean info from that stuff. So I
love it.
am all ears.
I love it. I love it. She graduated early. She claims that she's smart and nerdy. I'm having a hard time seeing it.
I know, me too, but like, I hope she is, because, you know, oftentimes like the hot girl is not the smart girl, because they're, you know, when they're casting, they're like ticking different boxes for different people. But she, you know, we're saying that her strategy here is to beat everyone at the memory comps like later on. She's going to lay low early on, which is kind of a like very modern Big Brother strategy. Everybody wants to like not be, you know, a big major player in the first however many weeks.
Right.
But she's like beautiful, obviously flirty, never had a boyfriend. Maybe there's going to be a showmance kind of thing, but I definitely have my eye on her. She seems like someone who watches the show. Did you get that sense from her?
Yeah. All right. There's a lot of positivity for her in the chat.
Yeah. But I like her.
Here's my biggest problem. She said that she'd rather lose and be loved than win and be hated. And you lose me immediately. If you would prefer to lose and be liked, I have a hard time rooting for you, because I don't think you're actually playing the game. Like, she's going to be loved in the house. She's adorable. She's got a great personality. She's going to have a great social game. But at the end of the day, she's not going to make the move. And I'm going to be mad about it.
Yeah.
At the time. So that's my only big problem. Up until I heard her say that, I loved her.
Yeah. I have high hopes for her.
Okay.
She I mean, you know, these short videos, it's really hard to get a sense for who these people truly are. But she was one where I left being like, oh, she seems like she kind of gets it. And she has a strategy that I respect. So yeah.
And if she truly is smart, because it sounds like she is, then hopefully once she gets in there, she'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So just real quick, I have to say thank you for the super chat, Seth.
Oh, thanks, Seth. Oh, how many super chats do we need? I think I'm going to go low, and I'm going to say 10,000 super chats.
Okay, good. 10,000.
So if you can get us there, Seth.
Oh, good. So Amy is also jumping on this real quick. Thank you for the super chat, though.
Thank you, guys.
Even though you're probably not going to get a shirtless David. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not that
I
kind
hope
of
she
channel.
changes her mind. It's not. Yeah. Sorry, guys. That's the goal. She has a lot of potential. So if she can just get in there, that would be great if she could step it up once she's in there. Okay. Yes. Next is Beth.
She's 27 from Alberta, homeless support worker, and she is bubbly, Sarah.
She's a bit bubbly. Well, I love her career. She's a social worker with homeless support.
Absolutely.
That's what my brother-in-law does, and it's intense. That's some real work, and you gotta be like a decent person inside to even do that.
Absolutely.
Now she name dropped. She said she has a strategy like Tyler and Paris, who I don't even know Paris, except I know of Paris.
Yeah, same.
From BBCan history. She wants secret alliances and make others do her dirty work. And that is music to my ears right there.
I know. I love that. She's like, I'm going to make a final two early, and then I'm just going to be a puppet master, make other people do my dirty work. And I think that's great. So she's, you know, at least familiar with the greats of Big Brother, which is promising. I think I'm interested to see how the personality plays out in the house. You just never know. Like, sometimes everybody loves the bubbly one.
Right.
Other times she grates on everyone's nerves, but she's, you know, she wants to have fun. She likes being silly. That could be endearing, or like I said, it could be grating. So interested to see which way that goes.
Right. Oh, and I forgot to circle back to Austin's sign. But so Beth is a Leo, and that is a extroverted, fiery, very like wants to be center of the attention, wants to be like the it girl. So yeah, that could be someone you just love to be around. Like our lovely David is a Leo. We love his energy, but then some people just don't know how to, you know, dial it down.
Yeah.
So that is the concern with her. Now, Austin is a Cancer, and this is, I think, why she said she'd rather lose and be loved, because Cancers, they feel. She will play with her heart. She will play with emotions. They're very sensitive people. And so that's why it would be hard for her to feel like people don't like her. That's just a real struggle for Cancers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you're making me second guess my allegiance to Austin. But
no, a lot of people do. So we're gonna hold out.
Okay, we're gonna hold on that.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that.
Brayden.
Brayden, I love that he's a gay man. He's very femme. Yep. To me, it feels like he wants to be a personality on television more than he wants to win Big Brother.
Yeah.
He's just like, I want that money. I've got things on hold in my Amazon cart that I need I can't afford right now. But I think he's going to make good TV. He's going to be entertaining because he's going to be controversial. He says he wants to manipulate people. He's petty. He's spiteful, so it should be fun.
Okay, well, we at least have our entertainment. Brayden is here to entertain us.
Yes.
He's an anthropology student, so he's not dumb. Like, he's got some thoughts in his head. I appreciate. He's a Taurus, which I love, a grounded earth sign. I'm going to enjoy him. He says he's a spicy, petty bee. And, but because he did throw in things about manipulating, I was like, okay, maybe he'll deliver a little bit of game. But more than likely, he's going to make us laugh and entertain us. Yes. And then he's going to say what he means to somebody, and they're going to be insulted, and then they're going to boot him out. So.
Yes, he definitely strikes me as someone who is going to have that like, well, I just tell it like it is moment. Yeah. And then that's going to get him in trouble.
Yes. I agree with Justin here. He's got a little Davon, a little Josiah. Yes. Yep.
Mixed together. Spot on.
Yep. Yeah. Which we know does not win you a Big Brother game.
Yeah. We haven't seen it yet. We're still waiting for Davon, but
the love of the people, but doesn't win you a game. Kyle is next. Here's our replacement. Wait, no. Why do I have Kyle next?
Judson.
Just kidding. Judson is next. Because I guess I put him where Ethan was. I'm out of order. Okay, Judson is next.
Oh, right. Judson is 25, personal trainer, also a model.
And a model. Okay.
He says, yeah. He seems like he's going to be good in physical comps. But I wonder, he talks about how competitive he is. He's an athlete. We see him like playing basketball in this video. I wonder, are you too competitive? One of the things I liked was he had like a 6-step plan on how to win Big Brother. And I was like, okay, Judson, you did your research, but maybe you're going to overthink it too, but I think he has potential for sure.
Yeah. I basically was like, I'm not vibing with him, but he does seem to get the game.
Yeah.
And he seemed like he was going to bro out with whatever other bro was willing to, like maybe a Kyle. And he wants to win all the comps. I just kind of I get triggered by those types of people, because we've seen, the two dudes sit there and go, we'll just win back-to-back comps and we'll just slay the whole game, man. Sure. And then they're like best friends and they think that that's a strategy. And it scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about that.
I think there are other people that I would put in that role before Judson.
Okay.
So I just was like, particularly, he's like, step 1, I'm going to do this. Step 2, step 5. I was like, what? Yeah. Wow, you really thought this through. And I just like people who are, willing to kind of like divulge their strategy going in. That like, I feel like that gives us a good sense of what we can expect.
He's a Virgo, so he is actually going to plan and have some steps, and he's a little more grounded than a person who needs to like be the center of attention type. So
yeah,
I hope that I like him more than I'm just worried right now, guys. Just
sure.
Worried. All right, this is Josh.
Josh, another gay person, Sarah. I can't. I'm choking up. I'm choking up.
Right? I'm shook. They put 2 gay men on this season.
Yes.
Just take a
and
moment.
He's like, you know, I don't want to be stereotypical, but like, I didn't look like, let's be honest. You look at Brayden and you're like, that man is gay. I didn't necessarily think that about Josh, right? So we're getting like 2 different kinds of gay people here. This is what we're talking about with representation. Like not all gay people are the same. And now you see it in this season of Big Brother, which I think is awesome. That said, Josh strikes me as very dumb. He claims he's cerebral. I don't know. It feels just a little bit slow to me, not so much cerebral. He's a lone wolf. I don't think that bodes well for him.
Doesn't work for the game of Big Brother.
Yeah. And he's also not worried about rubbing people the wrong way. I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't know about you.
So like on one hand, I really appreciate that casting and production gave us this guy who you just are not going to see on reality TV that often. Yeah. He's a production coordinator for movies, and he's got like the film student vibe to him. If anyone knows the film students out there, like they're kind of like too cool for the rest of the world, but also don't want to fit in and don't want to like you said, he said he's a lone wolf. Like he doesn't want to be with the in crowd. And I stand that in real life, but in the game of Big Brother, that's a super difficult role to play. Like, how do you play?
Yeah.
He's not going to win comps.
No.
I mean, maybe a puzzle comp here or there, but like, I don't know.
I mean, he said that he wants a 4-person alliance with a showmance. Great. A producer probably told you to say that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that he's a student of the game. But I can't even say like, I'm excited to see what kind of TV he's going to bring, because I don't think he's going to be particularly fun television. And I think he's going to be one of the early boots. That's, if I'm being honest, that's how I feel.
And he is an Aries, which means that it's very much about him. The Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac, and they feel strongly that they are number one. And so I don't know. I honestly wrote, I can't get a read on this guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Same.
We will just have to see.
Just have to see.
Sure.
Yep.
Julie
28. Julie said, I'm a social media influencer, and I knew that before. You know, you don't have to tell me. I'm looking at you. I'm watching the way you move and listening to the way you speak. And I know that your job is to be an influencer on social media. But I love that she's trans.
Yeah, a very different story than most social media influencers. She documented her transition online, and because of that, she already has a huge following. Like, this is an interesting situation where someone legit has a huge following online is now going on the show.
Yeah.
Usually it's a bit reversed, right? Unless they're doing a social media season. Right. So Julie has a huge advantage in this preseason vote for a captain.
Vote? Hello.
So I will not be surprised if Julie becomes one of the captains, which I imagine is going to help you down the road. You're going to stick around for a little while. Now, I don't get the sense that Julie really is strategic and willing to play hard. So I don't have high hopes for Julie down the road. But but Julie did apply a few times, so she must at least be a fan of the show. But we've seen fans just not play well. Like,
but also like social media influencers applying to Big Brother multiple times doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't suggest to me necessarily that you're a fan of the show. It just means you want to be on TV to like expand your audience and get more followers. She's also got this like narrative in her video of like, I've been through a lot, and so I'm very strong. And I just find that never really matters in Big Brother. Like the struggles that you've had in real life to get where you are today are kind of irrelevant in the big game of Big Brother, because it's about, can you manipulate people? How strategically can you think, you know? So she just, you know, I love that she's a presence on the show. But, you know, can she really dig into the nitty gritty of the game? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's my only question. I mean, I think she'll be fun to watch, and I love that she does have a fan base, since there's a vote included, just to see how that goes down. But yeah, she's not high on my list for winner.
Yeah.
Kiefer,
32 radio host from British Columbia, and part of the Haida Nation in Canada,
which is a matriarchal society, and I love that.
Love that.
I dig. Okay, now I love Kiefer, and I will not apologize. He's a radio host and a Sagittarius, which of course he is, because I love him, and I'm a Sagittarius. I can't help but love Sagittarius. He is so entertaining to me. But I think he really only has a social strategy going for him. Yeah. And that's only if they accept it. Like, I don't know. He's a weirdo. Yes. So
he's a weirdo.
He could be an outsider. I don't know. But he's only going to play the social game. That's
absolutely. Like, his video was really hard to get a sense of who he is, because it was very much educational about where he's from and like what is the Haida Nation and what is their matriarchal society. Like, it was a lot of that, you know. So, you know, it felt like the casting producers were like, find me someone from, you know, a native tribe or something, and so they want to really highlight that, which again I think is great, but I want to get to know more of specifically him. The only thing I really got was he like plans to build relationships, which is exactly what you said. He's got the social media or social game going. Yeah. But I'm just sort of like, okay, what else? You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I often dig these people who become outsiders and don't win the game. So even though I enjoy Kiefer and I will enjoy him as long as he's on the show, I don't know that he'll be on the show for long.
Yep.
Okay, here's a replacement, Mr. Kyle Moore. Not the other Kyle Moore, but this Kyle Moore.
Who's the other Kyle Moore?
Apparently Twitter found a different Kyle Moore. I was late to the party, so I don't even know who the original Kyle Moore was, but this is the Kyle Moore.
Okay, well, this is the correct one. Definitely feels like, okay, yes, hello. This guy dropped out. We need to get a replacement. Call the unemployed guy. He can do it, you know?
No, he was already in sequester. He was already there. But he is, you know, he's a bro. He's a dude.
He's a bro. He dances in weird costumes. He probably does like body shots off of people. His life is a party. He's got no job, no money. He lives with his parents. He says Big Brother is his new full-time job. Like,
yeah.
That's, you know who this is.
Right. We've seen this guy 1,000 times. That's why they had multiple of them lined up when Ethan got the boot. Yeah. But he is a Virgo, which means he's going to actually clean and cook a little bit and care about more things than just broing out. But he's going to be very bro. He plays and coaches hockey, so he needs to win those comps. He wants to dominate in those comps, and he wants a bromance. In the question of showmance or not, he said bromance. So I'm already concerned that he and Judson are just going to sit around and I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's there to have fun. I don't think he's really going to get into strategy. Maybe people will keep him around for a while because he can be a number, you know?
Yes. Well, he's going to hook up with one of the girls.
For sure.
What is Beth and Kyle? I see it now. Or Austin and Kyle.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that they could both do better than Kyle. Like, I'd rather see him with Judson or Tashawn. There are a lot of hot guys this season.
There are. That's true. That's very, very true.
Sorry to say, Kyle's a deadbeat right now. So I think aim higher, Austin and Beth.
The points that Kyle gets is that he was wearing an HOH robe in one shot where he was like outside in the robe with like hockey skates or something like that. And I was like, well, you know what? If he's not a fan, I mean, he's either a fan and he bought that off of the CBS store, which then I have to stan you. But even if he didn't and he just bought it to do his audition video, I kind of give you points for that though too.
I will. Yeah, I'll give him points. He thought to acquire an HOH robe.
Yeah. So this one I'm going to at least say like, okay, I'm interested in watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a great chance of winning. It's this, it's these guys that win. So
true. Oh, Lord. If he starts eating watermelon, I'm done.
Done. Done. Moving off of dudes like that, let's go to Latoya.
Yes. Okay. Again with the casting producer. She's 34. She's a cop, right? The casting producer was like, get me a black cop. And they did. And she is a complete badass. Like, she 100. Says, so she's not going to tell him she's a cop. She's going to tell him she's a fashion designer because she is a fashion designer. She has her own swimwear line. And she's like in the gym, hitting the power squats. I'm like, this woman is incredible. I love her.
Love her. Oh my God. She's so perfect. You're right. They said, give us a black cop, but they like found the best option because she's not what you think of. And she has this, like, how do you even have a swimwear line? I don't know.
I know.
But she has it and she does have style. Like, I buy it 100% because also if you are lying about your job, it needs to be somewhat real. And this is. So that's great. I'm not going to question that at all. She's fit AF because cop.
Yes.
So I can't wait for her to be a cop beast and just like destroy people.
I know. And the cop thing, like, she's going to be good at reading people. Like, do not sleep on her. It definitely didn't feel like Big Brother strategy heavy, her intro video, because there's so much about her that's amazing that we just need to talk about. Yeah. But like, I think she's capable of getting in there and like playing the game. I'm excited to see her.
Yeah. Super, super excited to see her. She was a correctional officer before she was a police officer. And goodness, the type of person it takes to do that job. I mean, I have to imagine she can put up with almost any just ridiculous house guest in that house.
Yeah.
But also she can like check them, and she would have
100%.
dropped Ethan like a bad habit so fast.
Oh my God.
Almost kind of wanted to see it, but it's better that we don't. Latoya, we stand.
We do.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal woman. Rohan, 26.
I'm just being weird.
Yeah, Rohan. And I like wrote strategic something for his job title because it's like strategic partnership something, like not a real job. But I do like the strategic aspect of that. And I also enjoy that he claimed the villain title. I'm like, somebody's got to do it. And I love that he's just embracing it. He's like, I'm calculated, I'm conniving. I can convince people to do what's good for me and not necessarily good for them. So, he's going to be an interesting addition to this cast.
Okay. I loved the first thing I saw about him. Strategic partners management. What? Who cares? He says, I want to be a puppet master. He says he's a good liar. He could be lying to us right now. Like he said he's skilled with flirting. He knows how to compliment people. Like, this is music to my ears. You're saying everything I want in a great player. He didn't need to say he was a villain. I think he just thought, because, outside of America, when you play strategically, you become a villain, which you don't, in my book, you're not a villain unless you are just backstabbing people, but you don't have to do that to be a great manipulator. So I don't think he meant that 100%. But then he said the dreaded words. He said he'd rather lose and be loved.
Sarah,
and it kills me.
These are Canadians. They're nice. They just want to be like, they want to be friends with everybody. You can't.
He's a Pisces.
Oh,
David. He's
okay.
a Pisces.
Fill me in.
That is a very sensitive, nurturing, caring, loving sign. It's another water sign. The other person who said this was a Cancer. Cancer and Pisces are both water signs. They feel things. They will think emotionally. So even though he said all the words I want to hear, at the end of the day, he's going to be crying in the DR and not be able to stab anyone in the back. And I think that's why he'd rather lose them than be loved.
All right. Well, if he's going to feel too hard, get out.
Get out. No, I'm going to stick with my high hopes, though. I'm going to pretend he didn't say it.
Yeah.
And we're going to we're going to say you get in that house and you play strategically and you realize that it's okay. We're going to still love you if you play the game and win.
Yeah. Because he's very slick, obviously very groomed and just seems sharp. So I'm like, I want you to be good.
Yeah, I want him to be good. So I'm going to hold out some hope. Tara.
37, spin instructor. And she's a mom of 2. I think she's maybe the only parent in the house.
No, there's one more parent. Oh, from the Pisces herself, Beverly, Mama Bev says Pisces can flip-flop. So that's true.
All right. I like that.
Not super, super loyal because they gonna go another way. Okay, Tara. Yeah, she's the only other mom. Kiefer is the other parent.
Oh, right. Yeah, he had a son. That's right. Okay. She is small, but loud. A lot of loud personalities in this bunch. She says she's very bullish, so she's going to run over some people. I don't know, because she wants the house guests to underestimate her because she's old. She kind of wants to use her age as a strength, which I kind of like, because a lot of people are like, oh, I got to try to fit in with these 20-year-olds. And she's like, no, I want you to know that I'm 37 because I want you to not take me as seriously. And then I'm going to show you what's what.
Yes, she has great energy. She's a spin instructor, and she is like the stereotypical spin instructor. She's like, let's go. La, 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 la. I'm so small, but I'm going to tell you to keep going and now get up and then get down. I don't know. I don't take spin. What do they say?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. They're very you can keep doing. I feel like she has that in her, but she does have fun energy. I really like her. I have an asterisk by her because I enjoy her energy.
Okay.
She is a little older. I don't think she's going to fit in with the Kyles and the Beths and the Austins and the Judsons. And I don't think she's going to fit in with that group. But hopefully she can team up with Latoya and give us some older women run this place vibe and make the younger people have to fall in line. That's what I hope.
Yeah, right. Or she could also play it she's a mom of 2. She could, kind of fill a little bit of a provider role and be kept around that way because, that is a legitimate strategy that we've seen help people win the game before, to be in the kitchen, cooking for people, providing, cleaning, things like this that, I'm sure she doesn't love doing that stuff, but that's kind of what you do when you're a mom. So it's going to be a little bit second nature to her. Yeah. And, people may react positively to that.
She is a Virgo. Everything you just said, she will naturally do. She will become the mom of the house. She will take care of the house and people and the cleaning. That's very similar energy to Taurus, Logan. Taurus and Virgos are both earth signs. They have a lot of similarities. So I can see that you're picking up on that. She doesn't seem strategic to me, which is my only concern. Well, and also that she's going to be too energetic for some people, and they're going to be like, she got to go. I can't handle her energy. Yeah, that would be bad for her.
Yeah,
but I want her to do well.
I like her, and I love Tina.
Oh, do you?
God, do I love Tina.
Oh my gosh. Tell
Boy,
me,
do I
David.
love Tina. She is 42. She is from Newfoundland, and from what I know of Newfoundland, which is admittedly not a lot, but I know a little, and she feels like the Newfoundland archetype. Like she's a little bit country, she's got the flannel and she's out there with her partner. She's a lesbian, which I love. She's
another gay.
Yep. Let's get him on, folks. She's an extrovert. She plays hockey. I don't think she maybe knows what Big Brother is.
No.
But I love her.
She started playing hockey in her 40s. This woman is just like, what can I do with my life? She is a Leo, so she does want to like be extroverted. She does want to like go out and do stuff. Now, I too don't know much about Newfoundland, except that I hear they are beloved. Like it's a cute little area, like a tiny area that people just think, oh, you're so cute, you little Newfoundland piece. I don't know what they're called. Yes. Yeah. So I've read she is another strong contender to win team captain. Because people just love them. And like, that's an easy vote. Great. To be like, we want the Newfoundland girl. So wouldn't that be amazing if this 40-something woman who is not going to fit in with most of the people in the house, if she becomes the team captain, I will love it. Oh my God, I'll be so excited.
I will be so excited. If I were in Canada, I would have thrown all my votes to Tina for team captain. I can't wait to see her.
Yes, ice hockey, Amy. That is what we were talking about because she's in Canada. That's the way they play it.
That's the way they play.
Oh, good. She did say she's a fan of the show. Doesn't mean she's going to be great at it, but I appreciate that.
Okay, great.
She did say she wants to lose and be loved, but you know what? It's okay because she is that type of person who's not coming in with a strategy. Well, I didn't have high expectations. So yes, you go just live your best life on there, Tina. I'm all for that.
I agree. Yeah. All right. 2 left, right?
Yes.
Sean. He's 29, an urban planner. I love his story of, growing up in a low income neighborhood. And now he's like working to make changes for communities like he grew up in. He loves the ladies in his life, which I love because I love the ladies in my life, including my co-host, Sarah. And he's a flirter. He's a charmer.
Yeah.
I got a feeling we're going to see this guy doing a little kissy.
Yeah. Now he said he didn't want to showmance, and it's a minority to say you don't want to showmance in Canada. Apparently showmances in Canada really do well, and they think it's a great idea. Yeah. So I was surprised that he was like, I'm a charmer, I'm a flirt, yada yada. I love my grandmas. I visit them all the time. The ladies. And then he was like, I don't want to get into showmance. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. I think you will. I think you're confused right now, and you will. But he said that he will play with his heart. And me, I'm cutthroat. That worries me. But he's going to have a great social game, and I bet he's going to stick around and last a long time.
Yeah, I think the social game is going to be an absolute strength for him, but I do think he's also going to be capable in physical competitions, memory competitions. We'll see. I don't have a sense of that necessarily, but he talks about building relationships with everyone. And that is so key. And I think that's it's a little bit of like a boilerplate thing to say, like, yeah, you want to have a relationship with everyone. But I do think some people are too focused on like finding that final two and finding that 4-person alliance. Mm-hmm. And if you can build a little bit of something with everybody, that will serve you well and kind of keep your name out of people's mouths. So I'm really excited to see his social game. I think it could be really strong.
Yeah, Agree. I think he's going to do just fine. I think we will enjoy watching him. And last but certainly not least, we have Victoria.
Yeah, last and certainly not quietest, we have Victoria, another big old bubbly personality, over the top, pink hair. She is ready to party too. You know, she works hard. She grew up in foster care and now she works at that agency, which I love, but she's also a party girl.
Great story about how she grew up, affected what she went into for her career. She's a youth advocate and she is a Virgo, and I love a Virgo. Oh, also Tayshawn is a Capricorn. Those are great earth energies. They can think things through a little bit more. But yeah, she's like, I work hard and then I play hard, basically. She's like, I'm spicy, and Party Vicky is going to show up in the house. Hopefully that people want to have fun with her, hopefully.
Yeah.
But you never know. When someone's like, I'm going to be partying, you're like, whoa, is she going to be too much? Are they going to be like, no, she got to go?
Yeah. I wonder if she'll work with, it's Kyle, right? Who's the unemployed bro.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'd work with him because he's a party guy too. You know?
All right. Sure. Maybe. She mentioned all the buzzwords that I enjoy. She talked about being strategic and manipulative, and I do think she'll have a decent social game. So if she's not too much for the Houseguests, I do think that she'll make it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm feeling this right now, but I just kind of think that she's got some self-awareness about who she is and the way she comes off. And I almost wonder if she's the type to form a relationship with a guy. She says she wants to work with the strongest guy. So I wonder if she'll pick someone who you wouldn't expect her to be in an alliance with and really work that and use that sort of you know, unexpectedness to their advantage. Like she could be one of those people.
Yeah. Love it. I'm here for it.
Yep.
She says that she'll win and be hated because some people already hate her. So she's like, what else? Let's go.
Oh, great. Yeah. Who cares?
Right. All right.
We're back to a normal shirt here.
Oh, there we go. Now we can see.
I was staring at the waviness the whole time. I hope you guys enjoyed.
You're like, what are we? Who's the cast? This is a very interesting cast. I think overall it's exciting. I'm very hard on them and I want to see good gameplay.
That's right. It's from a place of loving the game of Big Brother.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So I'm open to all sorts of types of players.
Yep. Now we got to talk about this house, right?
The house, yes.
Yes, they have released some house photos. And we'll take a look, but it does kind of feel similar to last season. It's not like a whole
there's a lot of similarities
redesign of the house, but it's more of like a jungle theme this season, whereas last season was very superhero-y, comic booky, right? Was last season in Canada. And now they're leaning into foliage, greenery, swamps, marshes, deep forest, things like this. So I wonder what the overall theme is.
To me, it seemed like, hey, let's take last year's house and throw some foliage on it. That's what it seemed like to me. But they're trying to, say it's like an apocalyptic end of the world. I don't know, something like that. So let's just go. They've called this the backyard. And in Canada, it's not really.
Yeah, it's outside. Enclosed.
Here's the bathroom.
Hallway. Oh, bathroom. Okay.
It's a bathroom.
Great.
Bathroom. I love that they can do laundry inside. That's something America needs. This is the main room with the sign.
I like the big staircase as opposed to the tiny spiral staircase in BBUS.
Right. See, they just added leaves.
Yeah, no, they just draped everything in vines. Big long table, not a round table.
There's that
big round couch. Love that curved couch. I like that a lot.
So bright. I would not be able to live in this house.
Yeah. those fluorescent lights.
Whoa, here's the room that says Defender. Now, here's my question, because one room says Defender, one room says Destiny. Are they going to be forced to like sleep like that?
Oh, God. There's like 3 beds there. And that's it.
Yeah,
I don't love this. This feels like a children's room design.
Okay, there's the Destiny.
Okay.
Which has more into 4 beds.
4 beds, 8 people for Destiny there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit more soothing. Like, maybe I could go to sleep.
Yeah.
Why not?
The other one feels pretty cartoony. Ooh.
This is the DR.
I like that.
Room.
That's
very cool. And I love this shot. Like, how often do you get to see the camera?
Yeah, right. And the lights and all that. Cool.
A little behind the scenesy there.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Like, this is the hallway to the diary room. And I'm just like, what happened?
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh.
This is the Expedia room.
Okay. Sorry, but elk do not scream apocalypse to me. End of the world. Like, this is just nature.
They're like, we're in Canada. We have a lot of outdoorsiness. Bring it inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. I vaguely remember them going into this Expedia room like once or twice last season.
Okay.
This is the have not room, y'all.
Oh my God. A ball pit.
Am excited.
That's incredible.
A ball pit. I mean, ball pits are disgusting. I don't like them on a good day. And now we've had COVID, which should make you look at ball pits completely different.
Completely differently.
It's a germ pit. So the fact that they have a ball pit for have-nots is just makes me so happy.
That's so great.
There's no way to enjoy this. There's no way to
sleep. You can't sleep there. You cannot sleep.
Do you know how you're just going to constantly be adjusting? Like the balls are going to fall, and then they're going to like start to suffocate you, and then you're going to be like, "Oh God!" and then you're going to like never be able to fall asleep.
It's like worse than sleeping on a waterbed. It's like sleeping on quicksand. Like you make one move, and then all of a sudden you're like sinking into the balls.
And they're going to pop around and move. You're going to hear other people like moving the balls. It's never going to work.
Oh, that's too bright for me.
Well, this is the HOH, which is exactly the same as last year.
It is. Yeah. But like turn some lights off. Like that's too many.
I know. It's so bright. I don't know how they handle it.
You can't get comfortable there. It's like the waiting room at like a futuristic corporation, you know?
Well, I like the couch and the chair.
Yeah.
Those are cute. But yeah, this makes me cold. Like I'd be freezing just because of the color.
Yeah.
That's the door.
Oh, and that's the door. Okay.
Yeah. And then, this is into the kitchen.
Okay. More greenery.
Yep. Look, we added greenery to your kitchen. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. It looks very much like a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Kitchen vibes, dinner table vibes.
This is just the main floor, it says.
Okay.
So just like another little seating area, I guess.
Bullseye there.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to live in any of this when I say it's
Is that the gym?
This is the OLG room, which I asked on Twitter what the heck that means. And apparently it's a lottery, Ontario lottery and gaming or something like that.
Okay.
But I guess it's just a room.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is where they do noms or something. I don't know if it's our non-Canadian expertise is showing.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Last season they opened up like a secret room where they did the noms, right?
Yeah. Is that what this is? Is this
maybe?
We didn't see this last year, did we?
I feel like there wouldn't be seating though. Like this definitely feels like loungy to me.
Right.
Wendy's.
Yes, here's the pantry with that Wendy's window.
I love that Wendy's window.
Where you may or may not recognize your mom.
Right.
Window.
Exactly. Slop bucket I see there.
Cute.
Slop shack.
Some stairs. Oh, I love that couch. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. That is a nice couch.
I mean, sure. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know how to judge this house. I don't love
it's just, I mean, it's insane.
design.
Like, it doesn't even feel like a house. Like,
Right.
It just feels like a crazy set. Someone was like dropped an acid and designed this set, and then they put a bunch of furniture in it, so it's not comfy, but it's interesting to look at for sure.
Yep. I mean, I don't care what the house looks like as long as you put some house guests in it and make them play the game of Big Brother.
She said what she said.
Yeah, I did. Oh, you guys. So Big Brother Canada premieres this Wednesday. Moving forward, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays.
Yes.
And it follows the same structure as a BBUS where they play veto over the weekend. So that airs on Monday. That airs on Wednesday. Eviction on Thursday. You get it. You know how it works. It's basically the same. Our Sunday episode is their Monday episode. And we are going to hopefully get through our very first season.
Yeah, I know. Oh, let's hope there's no because the reality is COVID's still around.
What? No.
Gone. So hopefully they can pull it off. Big Brother US pulled it off, and that was months ago. So I'm sure they have even more expertise in production now to pull from. So I'm hoping this goes off without a hitch.
I agree. I think they can do it. There's no reason they can't. We've seen some other shows do it. Like you said, Big Brother US did it. And I am excited because we just threw together a little drafty draft for tomorrow. And David and I and our good friend Jolene and BB21's Jessica Milagros will be back tomorrow night.
Yeah, the one who put Jack and Jackson on the block next to each other. So
never forget. She did that. She did. We will be back tomorrow night to draft these players. Try to come up with some sort of fantasy team. And then talk smack about our points for the rest of the season.
Yeah, bam. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm so excited.
Can Jolene get some points, you guys? Yes.
Let's see. I think she'll be better at Big Brother than Survivor. I don't think Survivor's her strength. Her strength is Big Brother.
Her strength is Big Brother, and she knows Canada better than we do. So she might have a little insight. We will see.
She might lay the smack down for sure.
Yes. Team Sexy Targets. Let's see if she can come up with Team Sexy Targets for this one. Right. That's right. Yes. Jessica is an icon. Yes. So is Jolene, and they will be here tomorrow. That will be 7:30 p.m. Pacific, a little later than usual. Drink your coffee, stay up late with us, make it happen. And then Wednesday night, David and I will be back to recap the premiere after that airs.
Come on. And then we've got Survivor Micronesia on the Patreon, and James is going to be back to do more Amazing Race Australia. We are just a global channel over here, Sarah.
We really are. And we also are back to Drag Race and Bachelor next week. So
I'm dizzy.
What more can you ask for, y'all?
Truly, yeah.
We're here to deliver the goods. Yay. So you guys that have joined us live in the chat, we appreciate it. Thank you for adding all your fun content.
Yes, and if you're joining us later, leave us a comment and tell us what you think of this cast, what you think of the house, who do you think are going to be the team captains, and let us know your thoughts on everything.
Yes, and we will see you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.